Welcome to historic Nippert Stadium, home of the Cincinnati Bearcats, and they've been playing football here since 1902, and the fans are ready to see their team take the field. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The offense lining up for a first down play. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Walters. Got his man out of the backfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Wide out in motion. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually...
Oh, what a grab by the defense! Touchdown, Razorbacks! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick 6 on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Past the 45. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
With the run on 1st and goal. Not much room. He gets one down to the 7. The Razorbacks want to move quickly. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Arkansas! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Looking downfield, it's Walters. He's got his man. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Unloads to the wideout, and they can't make the connection.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Trying the left side. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. They'll try to get it through the air. Zings it complete to the right. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Well, not down a distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the 1st.
And the Bearcats have this offense rolling. They'll run the jet sweep, trying to spread this defense out. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Defense was prepared, and I'm really impressed by the eye discipline right now. That's not easy to do. It's not easy to locate that receiver coming across in motion with good timing and getting the jet sweep, but they were ready for that play.
A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now, guys. Of course, we're only in the 1st quarter. This guy's already thrown 1 pick. He should have thrown his 2nd right there.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. It's caught. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the 1st down.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Scanning the field, it's Walters. Throws to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
5 yards away from another third down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And the pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. And the Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
Got the back over the middle. Snowed under by the defense. Sometimes you have to put it in a tight window, and sometimes the window is gargantuan, and it was there.
Yeah, that was one of them big old huge windows. And I tell you what, when you throw in the middle of the field, a lot of times quarterbacks are a little bit hesitant. When you're that open, it's easy to pull the trigger, easy to make the decision, make the read, get the ball to your receiver.
It's complete. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Striving for the goal line. Loose football. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Yeah, and you run a play that's conservative. You're going to hand the football over, and you think nothing bad's going to happen. And, man, if he doesn't just cough it up, terrible timing. You get inside that 5-yard line ready to make a play, score some points, and instead the defense recovers the football.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Line gets set, 1st down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting, he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass, it's Walters. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things. It makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find.
Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Give to the back. Fights off a defender. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way to that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. The Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And as he throws, picked off. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Cincinnati! How about that D coming up with a play like that? Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Kennesaw State has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by a field goal over Western Kentucky. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Fouls through the defense. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Fox. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. And he's got it inside the 25. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Quickly out to the tight end.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. This is not leather helmet era football. This is analytics. Around midfield, 4-down territory. On fourth down, going to the air. And it's caught inside the 25. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
Throw to the end zone, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Offense would love to have that one back. Down here in this area of the field, everything has to happen faster. Decisions need to be made quicker. The ball's got to be out quicker. Routes got to be snapped off faster. They were just way too late. And as the result, the defense gets the INT.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. And there was no way to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. The DBs will back off a bit. To the air, it's Fox. Going over the top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Passes incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Fires one high and deep. Snags it on the right. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. First down for this offense. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Dropping back, it's Fox. He'll take another shot here. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.